Now, Vijay, let us discuss about the various forms of business enterprise. First one is sole proprietorship. Vijay, this in this form of business, only one person provides the entire capital, or we can talk about that only one person owner is owner of the business. He can handle all the activities that are included in the business. He provides the capital or he invests the capital in the business. He bears all the risk in the business. So the proprietor is personally liable for all the debts of the firm. And that means he is liable to pay all the liabilities of the firm. Either they have to pay a payment to the outsiders. This is considered to be a payment to the outsider. So sole proprietorship is that form of business which is considered to be an one man business who's having one owner, and he can control all the activities that are related in the business. Second is joint Hindu family firm. It's a business firm that is owned and controlled by a joint Hindu family. In the family, the members of the family, they will collectively and jointly establish the business. And the most senior male member of the family is known as Karta. He will take all the decision regarding the business. He is taking all the decision, and only he is liable to pay all the debts of the firm. So third one is bache partnership. See, in sole proprietorship, there is only one man business. In partnership, when two or more persons enter into the agreement to do a particular form of business, this is considered to be in partnership. There is at least two members that must come into the existence of the contract to carry on some lawful business. Minimum two members are required to form a partnership business, and maximum according to the Partnership Act there are 50. So each partner is considered as agent of the firm and its partner. The number of the partners are minimum is 2 and maximum are 50. In that partnership form of business, all partners invest capital in the business. All partner takes decisions, related decision regarding to the business. They will liable to pay all the debts of the firm. Next is which is joint stock company. It's an incorporated association of two or more than two person. It is a different legal entity with a separate existence from its members, or we can call about perpetual succession of the joint stock company. Company enjoys unlimited life. Why unlimited life? Because if anybody can come into the company, anybody can go from the company doesn't affect. It's a continuous process. Its management and control that are in the hands of the board of directors that is elected by the members of the joint stock company. Those members who invest their money into the business and they become the shareholders of the company. And the last one is which a cooperative society. This is a society which is organized with the purpose of the rendering services to its member and to public into the journal. It is organized on the principle of the mutual self-help. It is also an association of persons. It enjoys also perpetual life, perpetual existence. Same, anybody can come into the society, any member can come or any member can go from that society. Society cannot affect the life of the cooperative societies. is on the continuous basis. It has a distinct identity, and the liability of the members is limited. That means only the society has to pay all the debts of the firm.